Hello. Welcome back. I hope you all had a great spring break. I want to just check in and let you know what's coming ahead. So, I'm going to give you some details about some documents that are going to be coming your way and help you navigate through the coming weeks ahead, just to kind of get us on a routine since we are scheduled to be doing some remote learning until April 30th. Okay, so every week you're going to be getting a weekly checklist, and it's going to be giving you the entire week's worth of plans. And we've separated them day by day so that you can see what the expectations are for the day. It's very similar, but also a little bit different than the original first remote learning e-learning activities submitted. So to start on page 1, there are just a couple of different things. So first things first is every day I'd like students to go in and complete the daily check-in form, okay? And I'm gonna show you what this looks like here. I'll go ahead and tap on it. And what it's gonna do is gonna bring students to this form that just asks them what their name is and how they're feeling today. And then just give me some information that would just help me to know how things are going for them, okay? So I'm gonna go back to the doc. So if they can do that every day, that would be great. Also, there's gonna be a section on directions, and basically it just gives information. So after the students get used to this week, however many weeks we end up doing the remote learning, this instruction should just stay the same, okay? So basically you have to read through each activity, which is listed below. If you can see my little cursor here, I have activity 1. It says about how long it should take to do that activity, what the activity is, and what they have to do during that activity, and then how they should complete it is going to be in red. So you'll notice that up here it says the way to submit most assignments is going to be written in red. If there is nothing written in red, it means that there is no submission, but it should still be done, okay? If you have questions, you can send me, the teacher, an email through your email if you're a parent, and then if you're a student, you can send it through Google Classroom. I know it does say Seesaw up here. We do not use Seesaw as frequently in our homeroom, but I will definitely be checking that as well. Here you have a list of teacher names. So if they're in blue, it means you can actually click on that name. You would click on that name if you see that teacher. So if you saw Mrs. Murphy during power time for math, you would click her name during power time for whatever the power time activity is, okay? If you saw Miss Grahovic, or if you saw Mrs. Vandermeer, Mrs. Nobby during power time, whenever you decided to do that activity for the day, you would go ahead and click on that link, okay? The ones listed down here have Seesaw pages, so they have not included a Google Classroom link, and you should be able to access that through Seesaw. If you run into any issues, just email me or the acquiring teacher, and they'll be happy to help you. So let's just go through the first day to try to get that out of the way. I'll actually show you 2 days so you can see the difference. So every day there's gonna be 5 different activities, as you can see, okay? And it says the approximate time it should take to complete these activities. You can do them in any order. It is no problem at all. And anything that's blue and underlined is likely a link. So here it says watch the poetry video. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and that should be a link and take you directly to that
As
video.
readers of poetry, we ask questions.
And so I'm gonna go back to the doc, and it says while you're watching this video, you wanna stop and jot. So some of you might ask, where would I get where would I stop and jot? Well, you can stop and jot in Notability if you have access to that and wanna do that. If you're watching the video on here, it's gonna be hard for you to watch the video and use Notability, so I recommend just using a piece of paper and a pencil if you don't have your reading ELA notebook. Okay, and then you're gonna end up going to Seesaw for this activity and complete the assignment that's been assigned, okay? And then so on and so forth. So for each of these activities, you should know where to go and how to get there. We will have a Zoom meeting every day at 9 a.m. Mondays is always going to be required. Monday is going to be a check-in day. I would love to be able to see you and know what's going on and give you some kind of heads up of what's happening. So Monday at 9 a.m. would be required, okay? If there are any issues with the times listed, please feel free to email me. Furthermore, on Tuesday and Monday, you'll notice that on Monday you're doing reading, but on Tuesday it's math. On Monday it's social studies, Tuesday is science. We're gonna try to alternate between social studies and science and math and reading every day to kind of keep you focused on just 2 core subjects, okay? You'll have changing or alternating special schedules as well as one of your activities, okay? And then, as I mentioned earlier, power time, you're going to go to wherever you go for power time. So if you see Mrs. Creek for power time, you're going to go to Mrs. Creek's page. Okay, so that is our weekly checklist. The only other two things that I would like to mention, and we'll talk about these tomorrow at our 9 o'clock mandatory Zoom meeting, is the daily attendance and Mrs. Likes announcements. I will show how to access that information, but I do want to remind you that my website is a wonderful place to get information as well. I don't want you to forget about that resource because I am going to be updating it as well so that you have access to these links. I want you to be able to find whatever information you need in as many ways as possible, okay? I'm here for you. Thank you for all the support. I really, truly appreciate it. I miss all my students. I hope everyone's staying safe and well. Thank you so much.